There we go. Bottom right, dark. Top left, stray, up one. Oh, apparently. What I was told. Let's see how this pans out. Increases the speed of warp info. Units warped into the power field to 4 seconds. 4 seconds. Before they would take like 20 seconds to warp in or something. Now they are 4-second warp in. The drone is actually gonna move out. It's gonna move across the map. Okay. This is Dark we're dealing with now. This is not Shin. And Dark is even more so willing to go for proxy hatcheries. He keeps a drone here on top of the ramp to maybe sneak it down and get his natural. Actually, he's taking a delayed natural base, and now he's just pulling back this drone. Maybe he's keeping it for now. He can just go ahead and block his opponent just by walking around the drone, but I think he's just gonna throw down a hatchery as well here. There we go. This is something Dark really likes to do, more so than anyone else from the top Zerg players, is he just takes a delayed natural and goes for a hatchery block on the other side. We see a Zealot being chrono boosted out, 4 probes working on this. Of course, this is reflected in the income here. This should be the income, he should be ahead by like 100, but now he's not. Zealot really, man, he's like freaking slicing this, trying to make short work. Can he get that drone? Nah, he runs away. Has enough money. He's not making the Nexus yet. Which is kind of interesting. Why is he not making the Nexus? There we go. Zealot now moving across the map here. He really wants to put on some pressure, some counter damage. This drone. Oh, he really wants to get rid of this drone. Love to see it. I love it when players do commit a little bit more to a predictable movement pattern. So the Zealot is working on this third base. Now the Adept is going to join in. One thing you can do with Adept Zealot is you can kind of kill a queen if the queen moves off creep. So you need to be careful. It's not taken lightly, this small force. Also the probe adding some extra damage in there. Stargate behind this, but of course he does not see these links coming across the map. And ooh, Astrea. Astrea, you're gonna see them in time. There's no speed though. Can he make the wall? Can he make the wall? He can make a wall. There we go. It was great. This probe was on hold position. He is gonna recall these units now. He could have killed that, actually. I mean, he's gonna lose the pylon anyways. I'm not actually sure if I agree with the recall at this time. He's gonna let this finish. This is delaying the warp gate though. It's something very important, especially if you consider this is a void ray opening. This could have been something that actually wanted to branch into something different. Yeah, maybe you cancel this. Yeah, there we go. Oh my god, he was waiting for this. Oh, Dark is so crazy. Oh my god, yeah. Maybe you should have let this finish. The mind games, man. This is GG, is it? No, we do have the void ray, okay. But this is gonna be a ton of workers if you're not carefully microing those. Already 2. Only 2. Only 2. I think this is pretty good crisis management. This is pretty good crisis management. He's instantly moving out to get a third base here. Astrea not trying to hold down on his growth. Didn't make an Oracle. He's gonna go for a second one into the extra attack here, which is gonna be a Twilight Council, of course. We're trying to hunt some overlords, but not gonna find anything. At least the Oracle is gonna get an opening here and gets a drone pull, which is nice, and a drone on top of it. A second one. And that for half damage. I think it's a good Oracle. But of course, I mean, the damage that Dark did wasn't free because he needed to buy all of these links, which could have been drones, and so forth, and so on, and you know the thing. But in the end, I feel like this is looking pretty good for Astrea. Still though, Dark has a good drone count. Don't want to underestimate. He gets a drone, yeah? That's kind of cool to get with with a Void Ray. Now Oracle's coming in here, gonna one zap a couple of these. Dark immediately focusing on the low Oracle there. Pretty good retargeting. Now he's going for links, that's very interesting, because he's still turned on. Trying to go for more damage, but he loses too much health on one of the Oracles. Now he's rotating, splitting them off here, rotating one to the right side, and I think he's gonna park behind the base, probably. He did turn off the damage. Oh, don't lose the Void Ray. No. Well defended by Dark. And we do see Glaives. It's gonna be the follow-up. I was kind of wondering with these 3 extra gates being thrown down here, now sitting at 5 gates. I think this could be something committed from that Twilight Council, but yeah, Glaives is gonna be the choice here. And a Stasis Ward would be great if it would caught these queens actually, because with the Adepts as a follow-up, like one less queen and another one, it would have been amazing. Now he should stay here in my opinion, but he's actually shading into all of these links, which I don't think was the move to do there. Actually, like cancelling the shade and shooting that queen there from the long run would have been better, in my opinion. My humble opinion. Now, he's only down to 2 Adepts. And the reinforcing Adepts are not really going to do anything. There's 1 Adept in a very funny location there. Let's see if these 5 Adepts can find anything. I mean, looking at 8 drones, 9 drones is not that great yet. He goes above the double digits, but not very much. And the 2 Oracles coming in again here, but the one is so low. Immediately pulling out. No, you can't just let them sit here. You need to move. Yeah, there you go. At home. We do see a big wall of gateways and a pylon. The probe is unfortunately on the other side. Oh, can he get inside first? No, he needs to walk around. He needs to walk around the pond. So far I really like what I've seen from Astrea, but I feel like there was a little bit of a missed opportunity with those adapted glaved adepts. Now Stalker's shaving off some links here. Dark doesn't really want to commit. He's still lacking his +1 melee. No. Before that you don't really want to fight Stalkers with links. Now we also get +1 attack here for our Stalkers very soon, and there's gonna be a double, a double robotics setup in just a little bit. And we'll see. This is very Ling heavy, and it's gonna be Hydra. He sees this as well. He could just go Colossi. There's no layer yet. Sorry, no hive yet. There's no big tech unit yet. I like these stasis here. Of course, it's mostly link streaming in those, so it's not really that impactful. But that queen is pretty big. Getting that caught there is also kind of no chill. No chill at all. There we go. Really wanted to turn. This could be a nice cancel. Yeah, pretty sure he's gonna get the cancel. Maybe Stalkers are gonna be in time, but you want to be careful. You can't just blink on top of this, because that's when Dark just turns around and kills your army. Those +1 links. So he gets a cancel, but now with these Colossus hitting the field. Oh, that's actually a great stasis. If he can grab these units, gets a few probes here. And these Oracles have been amazing. Definitely MVPs of the game. But yeah, as I was about to say, Colossi, they are so amazingly powerful against Link. Let me see, they deal 17 times 2 against light. It's 20, 34. I think we need one more, plus 2 Colossi, and they should be able to one-shot Lings. Unfortunately for those adepts. Oracle's still alive here, roaming the map. Want to see some more stasis wards being set up now at home again. And yeah, once this plus 2 hits, those Colossus, they're gonna shred through those Lings like they're nothing. Literally nothing. Like one sweep to kill like 10 or so. But he's gonna push out before Thermal Lance. Thermal Lance is gonna finish now, so he's not gonna have plus 2 though. As you can see, he didn't really kill anything. Ah, losing the Oracle, it's a little bit painful here. Just saw the tail end of that. And Hive is not done yet. There's a Lurker Den, but no Lurkers yet. Stasis. That's a good stasis. These Colossi, they really need that plus 2. And then they just vaporize those Lings. I mean, they're also good against Hydras. Don't get me wrong. They're dealing then 36 damage to Hydras in one shot. And at multiple. That's like 2 swipes. Oh, another Ling group here being misrallied there on top. One Stalker scouting the bottom. He's gonna get picked off here, but this base should fall. Dark is trying to defend it, but he could also just choose to evacuate this. I mean, if he can overwhelm this army, it would look great for him, but this is a powerful army. That being said, though, I would have loved to see maybe a couple sentries for some force fields. So many Banelings, though, but these Colossus are still standing. Oh, and they are dealing the damage. I mean, look at this. 28 kills, 25 kills, 22 kills. And he's just going up to attack number 3 here. Now these Colossus are dealing 19 damage apiece, times 2. It's now 38 damage, so whatever defense upgrades you have on your Lings, you can't go with that anymore. And those Banes, they are freaking one-shots as well. And eventually everything is gonna be one-shots, man. Powerful, those Colossi. Prism and the Oracle are kind of left behind here a little bit. Needs to be careful though, you don't really want to sacrifice those units. They have been very useful assets in your arsenal. And Astrea, I mean, he managed to kill the base. He's going into Templar Archives now. He's going into his second forge, which kind of feels a little bit weird, to be honest, for me, because he's almost halfway through plus 3, so if he wants to go for armor and damage, I mean, he's only going to do this for half an upgrade. The rest is going to be then shields, I guess, if he really wants to go for the shields. They are still more expensive, right? I know they have been patched a little bit. I think they're still more expensive, no? Can't remember. He's actually going for shields immediately now. Alright, this is... So he wants to have more beefy Archons. That's his plan. He's of course going for Storm. Gonna have some energy Templars first here. But the goal is gonna be, I want to be strong for my Archons. Now he's given Dark a lot of time and space. Dark's tech has caught up at this point. He does have the army transition finally done. Lurkers are here and now kind of, I mean, you don't want to have Stalkers against Lurkers ever. They're like one of the worst units. And the air transition is not done yet, and Dark is pushing. Now of course he needs to be careful, he's kind of in a ravine here. Kind of caught between those two armies. There's a few immortals, but not too many actually. Now if there was that one Colossus, you know, behind that, all of these Lings just wouldn't do anything. Now he's trying to come with a big surround, but... Is this... what is happening? Florencio. Now we did rip that guy. Oh man. So yeah. If we look at the minimap, we do see sorry, we do see that there's actually a few links and banes made it into natural of Astrea. So you see this 3 probe count. It's gonna be like 15 in maybe 3 seconds. And yeah, this surround though looks really good. But on this left side, on this left ramp and on the top ramp, the 2 top ramps, they feel like the army has been almost depleted. So it's gonna be like a big cone here from the bottom. Go, let's do it. And now storms raining on top of these lurkers. We do see a Colossus getting executed by links there on the left side. And still these lurkers are gonna get pushed back and pushed through, but in the meantime we do have a lot of links and banes still in the main base, actually clearing a lot of buildings here, getting a nexus. That's kind of a weird thing to see and to say. Oh, this is where most of the probes are. All of these hydras are dealing so much damage to those probes. Even though he defended the army, he still might just lose the game. Because he's losing so many workers now. 45 probes being down or going down, and a nexus as well as some of these structures which are very important actually to Astrea. Getting off grid there. And one link, man. One link to be annoying. To scout out. Hey, is there still Colossus around? Or can I just go ahead and attack you again? And he goes ahead. Attacks again. Nothing to defend. Couple of mains is always enough. But you can also send 15 links. Now, Astrea is trying to counter push this. He's trying to lie. Alright, F it. Let's move in. But I don't feel like he has the army. He doesn't have the staying power. He doesn't have enough spells. He's losing so much health on these Archons already here. And he isn't killing enough. He isn't destroying enough. Yeah. The one High Templar, man. They're gonna go down. He needs to recall now. He leaves 2 Archons behind. Yeah, I think this is done. You're done, man. Dunzos, Astrea, Dunzos. I mean, 2 Archons are not gonna win you the game. Especially if they have to fight lurkers. Yeah, GG. Dark's gonna take back game number 2. Pretty crazy game, I have to say. It was looking really good for Astrea for quite a while, and then it happened. And then it happened, basically. That lurker shove, man. He didn't have the transition in time. He needed something to keep them at bay, to buy time or to surprise them. Like a stasis ward could have been the key moment. Something like a Colossus, actually 1 Colossus standing behind the natural wall would have been also fine. Would have probably kept him alive because he completely defends that Ling attack that comes into his main and is natural. That Ling Bane. He keeps the nexus, he keeps the infrastructure and all that kind of stuff there. So let's go. Astrea Dark 1-1. Unfortunately, we did not see the first map, but I can assure you it was a great game. Now, let's see what this is gonna bring here. The last one of this series. In the top left, it is Dark. Oh, of course, it could be a draw. And the bottom right is Astrea. Let's not discount this possibility. A draw in a PvZ where you have like, I don't know, you have like a pylon fighting a spine crawler that has no creep anymore. And it's just walking across the map. That's something where you can have a draw. So again, Dark rotating. Also his strategies. Not only his workers, but also his strategies. So this time he's gonna go for the third base. And he kind of tricked him into like, hey, I'm gonna go for another block on your base. He moves out like that. And then he tricks him, and Astrea is not gonna fall for it. He's actually gonna double check and scout and see the space here from the background. So why you don't see everything? Why doesn't every Protoss do this? You be here and then you go over here and check. If he has the worker sitting here in this corner, while you go over here and check, he can just move out and take this base. That's why. There you go, for all of you guys who were wondering here. And especially Dark is someone who actually does take those delayed bases time to time. This time more of a standard opening though. Stargate is gonna be the tech of choice again. We see what is gonna be made out of that Stargate. Remember, there was a Void Ray and 2 Oracles in the last game, and the Void Ray was actually doing quite fine until it died. A little bit sloppy, to be honest. And the Oracles, they just were some incredible key units for Astrea throughout all of the mid game, really helping so much with all of his aggression. And killing so many probes. Sorry, workers. Drones. Again, a Void Ray. Kind of curious about the next step. The Void Ray looks to be the solid answer here for Astrea to try and mask whatever he does a little bit better. I mean, it does definitely kind of force a black spot for Dark into the main base of Astrea. It's really difficult to scout that one if you don't have Speed Overlords or Overseers. Even if you have those, they can still get sniped by those Void Rays. And again, Twilight before the Oracle. And now we wait if we see 3 more gates. It's 2 for now. And a 3rd one in the wall here. So there we go, we're gonna go up to 4 gates, not 5 gates this time. The Twilight did finish, and it's gonna be Glaives again. And I'm kind of curious to see if Astrea goes for another Robo to go along with a Warp Prism, or if he's just gonna walk. And it feels like he's just gonna walk. So far Void Ray is harassing a little bit, not really doing too much actually here. Getting a few cancelled buildings there. An Oracle coming in to the other side here. Dark not really reacting, shooting his hatchery there for a second, losing another drone for that mistake. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, you don't see much as Dark. He doesn't know. And that Oracle is quite deep. Oh, that's too deep. Oh. Now he will see the Glaives. No, he won't. Okay, if he would have stuck around to fight those Adepts, he sees still the number of Adepts. That's a tell. That's already, oh, you're making Glaives, aren't you? He should know based on like, you don't warp in 5 more Adepts at this stage of the game. Now he also confirms the Glaives, so he knows, hey, wait, you have them. Oh wait, did we just lose the Void Ray as well? Again? One of those queens has a kill. That is a very expensive kill, and I think it was the Void Ray. This one? It has 2 kills. Greedy queen. 2 kill. Now Spire, that's interesting here. Oh, I really love to see this. Okay, so he kind of cleared out all of the scouting from Astrea and is going for a Spire. Now, the issue is at hand though, you need to defend this pressure of adepts. And it's a lot of adepts. Let's have a look, it's actually 17 adepts. And you remade an Oracle, that's an interesting one as well. I mean, you kind of need to scout, follow-up scout, but first you kind of have this tons of adepts that your opponent needs to deal with. Now I would love to see some of them refocus on those drones, and that's exactly what they do. They also do shade on top of the ramp, but might have been a better position somewhere. They still do fine for themselves, these adepts. Oh, if he shades into the main, he's gonna see the Spire, and that's a good one, because you kind of need to start doing something about this if you see the first Mutalisks. Now these adepts in the main have been cleared out, but he's trying to find more workers, but there's actually none. I think Astrea has it. I think Dark is pretty dead, man. He's already making a Phoenix. I mean, the issue, of course, with adepts is you don't have a strong fighting force at this point. I mean, he's trying to salvage even what he can here. He gets 1 adept out. Not the best recall. Sitting down here. And now he needs to stay alive, and he's making Phoenixes against someone who only has a Spire. There's no Muta. There's no Muta, not even a single one. And at this point, yes, do this. There's so many Overlords here right now. If you can kill 3 Overlords with 1 Phoenix, well, that's an investment worth it. Actually, there's 1 Oracle here. Definitely coming as a surprise. Hitting that Structor was also a surprise, I think, for both players. Dark morphing an Overseer here out of one of these Overlords. Kind of wants to keep him alive. Get some scouting intel. Oh, the door is open. Dark not gonna go for it. Kind of crazy. Definitely had the dream opening down there. Oracle coming again in, getting a couple of workers here. The Dark went up to 670 workers again. But he was down to like 40. He was down so far in workers. Now it feels like, I mean, there's only these links, right? It feels like you can just push across the map and just kill him, no? Can't you? You still have some adepts in here. They have +1 at this point. He still has his Oracle. Turning on the Oracle, he's keeping the adepts as tanks, kind of. And now he's gonna start on blinking up. No, not you. So far only a Ling defense here for Dark, really holding his own, and I feel like Astrea is kind of missing a piece of the puzzle here, which could have won him the game. Now, he is trying to get it at this point, and he has the first one now. There's only a +1 Colossus with no range upgrade. No charge as well. Yeah, no charge, man. You need to click charge. At least he has blink. But these are so slow. I mean, even the Colossus is faster than them, right? Is he? Let's have a look. 3.15. Nah, they're the same. They're the same. And he's still not making charge. That's a big mistake at this point. He's chrono boosting his double forge with no upgrade on the second forge. Need to start that one. I mean, he's not. He has the money. I'm not sure what he's doing, actually. Definitely some bigger mistakes here in Astrea's play currently. And Dark is. I mean, he's not letting him get away with those mistakes. He's just like, all right, if you are missing your timings because you're making some mistakes, I will just grab that freedom and I will grow right back into this game. And now he's on Lurkers. He still has a big Ling army, but he's getting the first Lurker upgrades. He's getting his first Infestors. He's getting a 5th base. Astrea is getting into Storm. It's getting extra Immortals. He still does not have Colossus range. I mean, you don't really need it if you don't plan on being 2 colossi heavy, but for 2 I kind of would have loved to see it. Just because how strong it is. And he's still lacking charge. These guys. This one. Research charge at the Twilight Council. That's a tooltip that Astrea needs to read right now. Because that's something he assumes he has right now and he doesn't. Oh, he's gonna split off 1 zealot. Is he gonna see that he doesn't charge? Apparently not. He's going into those stargates, right? And the air weapons. Still no charge. He's even making another zealot. This one. Is Dark gonna tell him? It's like, bro, you have no charge. Ultraless Cavern. Second Spire. This should become a greater Spire soon. Still no charge. I just can't believe it. He's going into another Nexus here, but whatever reinforcements of Zealots he will warp in, they're gonna be so significantly weaker that this just might cost him the game. Of course it might not, because there might be some very technical traits and whatnot where you don't really have any Zealots in there anyways. He just loses his army. But it can be a factor, and a very big factor. There we go. He's not even gonna chrono boost it. That's ballsy. Mothership on the way now. This gets a chrono. He has so much energy on those next. Does he though? Yeah, he has a lot of energy. Look at these. He could chrono that. And he could chrono his upgrades. Getting a second cybernetics core and 2 more stargates. We're looking at 3, 2, and 5 in total. 4 more gates, a dark shrine. Get all of the tech, and Dark's just sitting back. He's just growing 1 base at a time. Defending, defending, turtling, turtling. Turtle, oh Dark. Not even contesting the map. I mean, he doesn't even see up there. Would have like an overseer around here. So he enables the vision. Yeah, like that. Yes, what? Why did he make 11 overseers? That's something I will never understand. I mean, overseers are great, don't get me wrong. And it's good to have a few more, and like it's cool to tank like feedbacks or something, right? They are cool. But they're not that cool. Astrea is trying to storm delay this here. He never manage to take this base, so he didn't even set up like a static defensive position or so. Now he needs to be careful. Once this army is at his slope, basically. Oh, lift the Phoenix! No. The Stalker, it's alive! It's alive! Ah. Now he's sacrificing some Stalkers at this point. I love it when they get killed in these water maps from lurkers, they just float up. So he's trying to clear out some supply to get some more powerful units here. He needs to clear some supply. He needs to get rid of some zealots. He needs to kill some of his own probes maybe. Go down to 60. Still a fine economy. You have a 6k bank. You don't need to mine with 70 workers at this point, or almost 80. Rather have like 2 carriers or like 4 Tempests or something for those 10, 15 workers. He's going into disruptors now. Alright, he's playing this game. I see. So we need to keep an eye on... We need to keep an eye on a probe maybe being neuraled eventually and making a nexus for Dark at this point for recalls. There's a disruptor in this mix, but it doesn't feel like it's in a good position. It's just at the front here. Dark is kind of rotating a ton of his army here. He's posing most of his static D here currently. Disruptor is gonna ball here. Not gonna hit anything. Void Ray upgrade. 4 extra. He doesn't see the space. That's kind of funny. He sees these drones now. Now he should know. He's like, oh, you have this one. I get it. So they're both kind of deciding, let's fight over the right side for now, and more ignoring the left side. Yeah, Tempest upgrade. Love to see it. Let's get some Tempest in the mix here, and let's start to pick away at your units, I guess. Oh! If he just cloaks everything, but he doesn't have it, it's on cooldown. I mean, there's only 3 workers to kill anyways. What are you doing? That's crazy. Ooh, it looks so slimy. That really looked disgusting. Now there's like 17 zealots coming in, which aren't zealots. He needs to fire Disruption Nova. So he's poking with Novas right now. That's his plan. And just gonna utilize the value you can get from those resets. One will stay alive. Dark has zealots everywhere. He has vision. He knows everything now. And I think he will clear the space, yeah? It's not saturated yet, so maybe... Oh! He throws down a Nidus! Wow! I mean, yeah, DT Warpin is gonna kill all of these things very fast, right? Oh, that's some expensive losses there. Oof. One lurker is not gonna be enough here. I'm sorry, Dark. You should have shoved with more. Now this base is gonna stay alive. One immortal to save the day. I like the stasis wards being set up. I don't know if you need to attack this again. More. He tries to make a stasis ward inside of cannon range. It's crazy. Yeah, make stasis here. You have the money. No, you have the energy. Make like 2 stasis wards here. Set them up if he ever pushes across. That was kind of cool. Okay, yeah, we need to be careful though. There could be at any point, at any given point of time. Actually, this is a strategy, and this can happen that we will see a probe being abducted and neuraled, and then placed down for a nexus. Specifically, it's a nexus what you want. You don't want to actually make Protoss units, but you want to have the building nexus. And maybe what you could do would be like a mothership or cloak, or like the recall, right? But you basically want to have a nexus for the recall. That's what you want to have. Templar's gonna find this base here. Nice storms here. You see some abducts coming in now. Queen's still falling, DT is still on cleanup duty here. Link's finally making it in, but there's nothing to kill. There's like one cannon, and DTs are gonna take care of this. Now I like Tempests more than Disruptors at constantly clearing and firing at your opponent. Because it feels like they just do more constant damage. And they kind of use less attention, because you can just set them there and keep on tagging and like have them in a kind of defensive position. Disruptors you actively need to use, you kind of need to see what you're fighting. So will we see a Nexus steal? Oh. Does that add to kill count? I think it does. He has 20 kills. Both players are kind of like, just like building a bank. And Dark doesn't have that much, actually. It's getting a lot of tech, which is very expensive, and now he's only sitting at like a half remax currently on very expensive units. Like he can remax still with this money. He'd probably get enough money to do 2 or 3 more remaxes, I guess, from all of the bases he has. And he will clean this base, so yeah, definitely a good move. Astrea, as I said, he's lacking the anti-air, he's lacking the air army. He has the oracles, but they're not gonna do anything. Just rockers walking into the base. There we go. There we go, here we go. And he even brings a Nidus Worm to maybe get them out of the base as well. This is gonna be a recall. What's gonna happen? Astrea, what are you doing? You're losing all of your tech. This is too expensive. You cannot do that. It's definitely a mistake, I feel. Now he still has this Nexus. He could recall on top of this, but if he recalls here, I think he just gets shredded by those Lurkers. He doesn't really have the air unit. He had 5 freaking Stargates and never made anything more than 2 Phoenix and 4 Oracles. You can't tell me, man. Now he's making Tempests out of 2 of them. 3. That one mothership, see, is kind of like, alright, I got this. Now this is a nice catch here, but even parasitic bomb on the observer, because why not? Now, remember these Nexi, they're also recall positions, in addition to chrono boosts and rope production structures. Not like they're that important for the remaining resources, because there are none. Oh my god, if he can get that Stargate, it's pretty big. Now see, he's making 3 more Stargates, but he doesn't really have any air units. What is he doing? He needs to clear more of his probes. He's still sitting at 67 workers. I feel like you want to be at like 50 to 40 at this point. He has so much money. No, that was a wasteful moment. Now he's coming in, he's gonna snipe all of these air units. As I said, this transition, it needed to happen way earlier. Now Astrea is gonna lose a game with 16,000 minerals in the bank? Or is he just gonna make 15 more gates, and is he just gonna spam zealots into his opponent? No, he's gonna make 7 more Stargates. He's gonna spam Void Rays, I guess. Let's see. He's making a fleet beacon, so he could go for carriers if he wants to, but there's so many corruptors. I guess the answer would be Void Rays at this point. He's just making Tempests. The issue is Tempests don't produce that fast. If you take a look, it's 43 seconds, that's a long build time. And with those Nexi being down, he is lacking Chrono Boost. He should use this Nexus and just pre-chrono his Stargates. He needs that. He has so much money, so much potential supply, but he just doesn't have it because... Oh, that's kind of cute. Now he needs to make pylons. Man, this is going from bad to worse here for our Protoss player. If he could catch all of these corruptors. Now he's gonna lose another Tempest. Having like 10 cannons here would also be pretty helpful, to be honest. He's just gonna, I think like he's just gonna lose this game, man. He's losing so many units left and right, it doesn't even make sense. He doesn't have an army. Now the Archon gets, oh my god, and the Templar. The Archon getting that bonus damage against the Templars because they're biological. Crazy, sniping that one. A +3 Archon sniping Templars is kind of, sounds insane to me. Now Astrea is all the way back in this corner, and most of these blue things are changelings across the map. There's like some vacant structures. There's actually some production facilities still here, but these are like off the grid. They're like so far away, it's tough to get these units home even. Now if you're so split with your army, man, he needs to recall those. He's just gonna camp them here, I guess. He's gonna wait for 2 more units. He knows, he should know that these come. Yeah, cancel these units and just recall them. He's gonna recall, but so late, he's gonna lose 1. He's not gonna cancel these units, so he's gonna lose another Void Ray here. Or nothing, and this carrier is also gonna spawn into obliviation here. Obliterated. In seconds. Maybe, yeah, Dark is actually gonna do him a favor and cancel that for him. 2 more cybernetics cores, because he's still lacking upgrades on his air. So many blunders it feels like this game, yeah. I think Dark should get this. He's playing immaculately. And he's been spending most of his money, where Astrea is still sitting at so much money. But like, what can he do with the money? He has no infrastructure, he has no tech anymore. He's making a 3rd cybernetics core because he doesn't know that he lost, that he remade 2. He's so much in panic mode because he doesn't know, like, he wants to make stalkers, but he doesn't know that he actually can already. This is so crazy. He has like 1 gate down here being powered. There's a fleet beacon and a 2nd fleet beacon. See, this is so crazy, man. Clearing this one again, doing a favor to Astrea. Yeah, that is still hotkeyed. Now, can you cancel 3 cybernetics cores? I don't think I've ever seen a game with more cybernetics cores. So there's 3 right now, and there's 2 dead ones. No, there's 3 dead ones. So in this game, we've seen 6 cybernetics cores. Yeah, 6. Now Dark is taking his time, but he just expanded. He's finally mining again. And I mean, Astrea is not out of it yet. Dark is giving him a ton of room. And if Astrea can secure this base, I mean, who knows? Might still have a chance. Now he has a big air fleet. Dark gave him enough time. These 17 Stargates also managed to do their trick. Sorry, it's only 7. But he will still lose this base for now. Still has a ton of minerals, so he could always throw down a lot of static defense and fight with that static defense and his units. Oh my god, so they all just get freaking neural, man. That's crazy. Now he goes to kill the army with his own units. Oh, Void Rays when they switch sides. Oh, with speed. It's where you wanna have no speed on your Void Rays for once. Now still those carriers are actually doing a lot of damage. Tempests are still here in the back line. And if you can somehow clear these anti-air units, still has a very good shot. Now finally we are all out of gas here for Astrea, so all you can make is zealots. Thank god they do have charge. And yeah, if you can clear that last brute lord, that's a good one. Good pick off. Dark's just making corruptors. I feel like this is a mistake. I think it's a mistake. Oh, there's nothing to defend against ground here. There's no lurker anymore. I think that last fight definitely was a little bit of an overextension from Dark, and this is the best shot Astrea had in a long while in this game here. Now Dark has to spend minerals on Zerglings and we crash another PC. Alright, finally we're rid of this guy. And yeah, we just jump right back into the action. Zealots are trading well enough for Astrea. He still has a lot of minerals. Dark's actually making? No, he's reburrowing those. Okay, I thought like, where's he bringing those from? So at this point we need to kind of look around the map. There's no gas left here. There's a tiny bit amount of minerals. Not really worth mining it. There's a little bit around here. This is like 300 minerals. Not that much. This is pretty rich. This is like a fresh base, almost. But this base is all the rage. These minerals are about to mine out. We still have some gas here, not too much though. 400 and 100. It's like 500 gas. And another 600 over here. It's like 1,000 gas. You have like 5 and 800 minerals in those batches. So yeah, like there's like 3k minerals or 4k minerals and 1k gas left. This is like 600 minerals left here. This base has... Oh, this patch is pretty big. 600, 7... And then this is about 1,000 minerals still here. Hydras being used like marines. That's cool. This base still has a lot of money left. It's 1,000 gas and 2k mineral-ish or 1.5k mineral-ish. Trying to catch those links here. Meanwhile, the big engage here going on, but Dark is kind of out of money. He's out of steam, and Astrea still has something to work with. But Dark is solidifying his positions as well. I feel like though this base is just key. It's so much money, man. It's like, how much? I don't know, how much is a fresh base? 1.7k, 1.7k, 1.7k times 4. That's so much money, man. He can basically build up a full bank with what he has here. He can build like a 10k, 5k bank again if he mines that fully and doesn't trade too much. And that's just something Dark cannot afford. It's just something he can't even afford to fight against, because he does simply not have that option. This is mined out. This is mined out. This is, yeah, as I said, these are the last. I mean, he might even expand or long distance mine from these patches here at some point. Grab these as well. Get all you can. I mean, in the end, you can still make queens. It's still a good unit. Can shoot everything. Only costs minerals. Needs creep to move, but it can also heal. But make more queens in my opinion, yeah. He needs to move out soon to grab those extra resources. But I feel like if Astrea just plays this correctly, maybe makes a couple High Templars and then he has already 4 High Templars. If he gets like one or two Archons. Oh my god, yeah, no. Storms in these spots pretty big. This is a good fight though for Dark. It feels like a little bit of an over engagement here. There is no interceptors anymore in these guys, so you need to be careful. And now the big fleet comes in, time warp to try and stop those, but no Archons, as I said. Now, no more overcharge here apparently. There is no shield battle, though there is the shield batteries. We have the overcharge, should probably use it at some point. And this was a good fight, I think, for Dark, because he didn't have to trade too much with his actual air units. He got a lot out of his static defense, which is kind of weird to say, but yeah. As you can see, the banks are starting to deplete here for Astrea. Still, of course, mining more. And he's running now zealots around. These you need to mine out these locations as well as Dark. You can't just give them up. But he's out. He's basically out of money. He could make a little bit more mineral income happen. But he's pulling everything now. He's pulling the drones to the fight. It's call of arms. Call it arms. The militia, they're coming. 26 of them. Now we do have still 4 High Templars here with storms, and they have been doing well to try and fight off these corruptors. If you can trade anything for queens, it's pretty good here at this point. You can get like static defense, kill off queens or something. Now he's trying to take this base, I guess. It's like already posturing here. And look at my drones. They are ready to mine here. It's so funny, Astrea still sees these as full bases, kind of, by the way. Of course he knows they should be mined out at this point. Now, coming in with the infestors here, but quick work. Not gonna be able to do anything with that. 2 Tempests, man. Where's the vision? Oh, he has an observer sitting there. He's trying to rotate in now with these corruptors, and they are sniping all of the tempests, so he has that timer gone from himself. But you can make more tempests here as Astrea, and he's producing more tempests. As you can see, we're looking at a ton of Archons at this point as well. He's sitting at 6 Archons. That's a lot of Archon. That's a lot of psionic damage. And yeah, Dark is starting to mine here. Lurkers are kind of starting to hit that Nexus, and it's about to fall. And so the issue is you will lose the overcharge at this position as well. Now you need to be careful. Those Archons, you don't want to lose them. And you don't want to give up the space. You can't. You simply cannot let him have it. If he takes this base and gets all that money, then you're freaking dead. You are really dead if you let him take that base. Astrea, you need to take that base, man. You need to take it out. Yesterday. There's still 13 corruptors. You can maybe snipe one here. It's literally about every single unit at this point. So valuable. Those corruptors should get some heals from the queens here. We have a couple transfuses ready. And he should heal up his low corruptors. Now, Astrea is trying to rotate here. Trying to hit a little bit of a softer spot. Maybe he can clear out all of the anti-ground defense and just A-move his zealots and his archons into the mix. There's only 1 lurker. No, there's 2, excuse me. 3 actually. There we go. Counting with the Mapu. And there's not going to be more. So you can overwhelm 3 lurkers with the Zealot Archon. This is a good angle here. This is a good angle. He's taken out a lot of drones. If you want to actually mine from that base, you have to remake all of these drones. He loses a carrier, but yeah, he basically gets most of the drones. There's only 5 drones remaining. There's not going to be an income that's anyway considerable. 4 drones, as you can see now at this point. And yeah, you can't even saturate 1 geyser, like, that's all. Dark needs to remake drones at this point. That's how weird this has been for him. I think if Astrea sieges this correctly, he should be able to just pick him apart, right? Tempests are just so strong. Now he's gonna go. Oh, there's still units in this. There's a ton of queens in this. Oh my god, that's like, boom, 20 supply. Oh, that's like, I think he has no more Nidus exit. That's 20 supply gone. There was like 17 queens or so. No, not that much, but there was basically like 8 queens or so, something. And a Ling. Now he has a lot of Lings trying to kill all of the buildings here. Gonna get an Oracle, but yeah, Astrea is gonna smartly recall now. He wants to defend his last base. He only has 0 probes left, so he needs to be very careful about this. He needs to keep like something at home. And he does not have any oracles. So he doesn't have any detection. This is a big issue. This is a big issue. That, oh my god, that Archon friendly firing those, all of those void rays. That's a big issue. These neurals, he can't handle them because he cannot see those. He can't kill these lurkers. But he can still win the fight. Maybe he doesn't need to because he just has the Tempest now. There's only 2 Corruptors and there's 3 Tempests. 3 Tempests should be able to kill 2 Corruptors. What can Dark make? He can just though kill those with his neurals. He has another Tempest here and he simply can't do anything. He had a Tempest neural, but yeah, I think you just win here. Kill the drones first. Not the gas, man. Kill the drones first. Yes, there you go. Kill these drones. There you go. Now kill the Tempest. Yes. And then kill that last freaking anti-air. Boom. There we go. Okay. Can we get a draw? I don't think so. I think you're pretty dead as Dark. Yeah, GG. Man, fucking amazing game. 42 minutes of action packed into a map. That's so crazy.